Welcome to Fansview TV. Joining me now is Daniel. My name is Ahmed, a Manchester United fan. Manchester United 4, Liverpool.
Get in, lads. Get in, lads. Come on, mate. Fucking hell, man. What a game.
What a game. It was very interesting. And what do you have to say about it? What do you have to say about the game?
It's like, this is football. This is football. This is why we love football. And this is why we love Manchester United. You know, nights like this, games like these, performances like this, you know, where it had everything, you know. It had our hopes this way, then dwindling again like some wave and back up and like that. Like it was a thriller, you know, from both teams. It was an exciting contest, you know. But lads from both teams kept on giving it their all. It was an exciting game. Liverpool came for it. Mayu went, you know, up first 35 minutes of the game. Seemed like they were in control. Seemed like they detected the pace of the game. You know, before then, you know, Manchester United created most of the chances. We are in better position. Salah was knocked out. Practically wasn't even in the game until the first goal. And then, you know, just like we've always complained about Manchester United, you know, in the last couple of games, through this season so far, they always somehow seem to crumble the very second they concede a goal. You know, they don't know how to like keep it compact, stay in the game, maintain it, manage it, and, you know, pick up themselves again. But then when we felt like, you know, the game could have ended very early in about like 65, 70 something minutes, Liverpool should have killed off the game. But, you know, they had other chances. They didn't score. Manchester United, at the very last kick of the 90th minute, could have secured a win with Rashford. Wasn't a thing. Going into the extra time, first 15 minutes. I'm talking about like the first halfway into the first half of the extra time. Manchester United seemed like they were in it. They were going to go. Then boom, the deflected goal, and it was like, I was like, God Almighty, bruv! Like the game got everything, and it was very, 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 very exciting. You know, kudos to ETH. For the very first time, we saw ETH who wanted to win. He threw in every single thing he knew. Together, kudos to him and his coaching crew for the confidence. You know, he ended the game with just two proper central backs. You had Bruno drop down as a defender, and you had Anthony drop also in as a defender. He ended the game
he only ended the game with one centre back, Maguire.
Yeah, I'm talking of like proper defenders. I'm talking Maguire and Diogo Dalot. Yeah, Diogo Dalot ended the game. Look, he rolled in the dice. Exactly everything he had. And come on, man. Come on, he deserved the win. The lads deserved it. You know, they stayed in the game. Kudos against Liverpool. It was an exciting contest. Brav. And I'm sure, come on, man.
Okay,
I'm excited. Another bonus is Coventry, man. So I don't know. Except the miracle, I see myself in the final. Like, it's been a terrible season, but then again, a chance to be in the final, a shot at a trophy. For me, it's an okay season. It's an okay season, given the roller coaster ride it's been thus far.
Okay, the 3 goals that Manchester United conceded, are you going to blame Onana for any of them?
Nah. I think the first 2 goals...
What about the first goal?
No, I think the first 2 goals, I would say they came from...
I felt in the first goal, I felt he would have done better because he touched the ball.
No, you see, sometimes when balls come in with spins... Mm-hmm. When balls come in with spins, you could exactly forgive the goalkeepers. But if it were some direct power shots, you could say, oh, he should have parried it. But there was a little bit of finesse, a little bit of spin up to the ball. And then it was kind of always rolling away from him. It was a deflected, you know, shot again. But then again, there is this issue, this long-lasting issue thus far with Andre Onana. His diving has been terrible. He has to actually better his diving. Everybody, you know, we keep saying that. He's been excellent in the last couple, since the turn of the year. He's been decent in the goalpost, made some exciting saves.
Since AFCON. It's when
Yeah,
he broke
so
from
he's been doing quite well. He's been, I would say, adjusting to the tempo, the vibe, and everything of and what it means to like play for Manchester United, and understanding the level of pressure and the demand for excellence every single night you suit up for the game. But I would forgive him. I would say 70-30, 30 the keeper's fault, but largely you can't allow players such time. There was too much time for that ball to be trapped, controlled, and the ball be struck towards the goalpost. It took a recovering Mino to recover and stretch his foot out to be able to make the attempt at defending the ball, which ended up being a deflection that led to the goal. But the first, I would say, lack of concentration, lack of awareness. I'm talking of positional awareness, not knowing where you were at the point, in the box or within the danger zone, largely about 18 to 22, 24 yards, 25 yard rather. Also, not being aware of the positions of your opponents and then where the ball was at the time, and trying to also sort of like predict. Because one thing again about football or being an excellent or a decent player is your ability to analyze, read the game, anticipate, predict. And it was lacking. It was lacking. The back line was quite flat. Everybody was kind of like laid back. Gave Liverpool that a couple of 15, 25 seconds to get the ball in. And the moment Salah struck in the goal, I'll be very honest. I called you at halftime. I already threw in the towel because, like, knowing Manchester United so far this season, I threw in the towel. I didn't expect this. I'll be very honest. I didn't expect this. Going 2 goals, just within 4 minutes. To the end of the first half, going a goal, 2 goals, conceding 2 goals, and going a goal down against Liverpool. For me, I thought at the moment that it was all over.
There was a part that.
But then again, get in, lads. Come on, man.
I said there was a moment that Højlund was shouting at McTominay. Can you remember that part?
You see, I keep.
So the question I want to ask is that kind of a thing good for the team, or why didn't they wait to discuss it inside the dressing room? Why was he shouting at him on the pitch?
No. Sometimes we need to see that anger. I'm talking positive anger here. We need to see that desire to win. We need to see players urging themselves on, lashing out on themselves. We've seen the greats. We've watched a couple of the greats. In the middle of, sometimes you see teammates, locking heads on, but we still see certain teammates, after trying to fight themselves, still assist themselves goals and all of order. Sometimes you need that fire. You need some persons to bring in that fire, because going 2 goals down, the midfield suddenly became porous. Yeah. I think the possession at some point was about over 67 to 68% in favor of Liverpool.
This guy was having a free day in the midfield.
He had a field day. Yeah, had a field day in the center of the park.
Szoboszlai was enjoying himself. Yeah.
Endo became class Pello today. Endo played like Pello for the better part of the second half, and I was like, where's McTominay? McTominay was nowhere to play. See, kudos to McTominay. Second balls in the box, being there, anticipatory, whatever within the 18 yard, I give it to him. But when we're talking about like in the middle of the park, positional awareness, ball control, link up plays, forward passes, he lacks them. Breaking channels, breaking the attacking channels.
Maybe that was why Højlund shouted at him today.
Yeah, breaking opposition play channels. He's quite very terrible at those. He's not the most exciting at those, but then he has this 2 minutes brilliance thing he brings in, and then he goes down again, and then he summons it again. He brings it 2-3 minutes again, and it seems like, oh, this lad is about to get into the game, and then before you know it, he goes kind of like laid back again. So that's the thing about Scott McTominay. If it was the Manchester United of old, he would obviously probably be the fringe lads whom will be on the bench, just come in, smash and grab, play like the Fulhams of the old. Probably you got a game against like Stoke Cities of the old and all that stuff. You know, Safegi could like come in and play like he used to use the likes of Welbeck and Charito and all this stuff. But like saying he would have been a starter up until today, he scored some very exciting goals so far this season. Have saved Manchester United. He's a proper Manchester lad and all that, but I will still beg to say that he is not Manchester United quality. If we're looking to say we're building a team to win the title, Scott McTominay can be in the squad, but not starting. But then again, you know, we've got injury woes in and around the team, and you know, yeah, it's okay. He can start because
Garnacho gave the last goal. Garnacho gave the assist, but before then, I wanted to ask you something. I said, Garnacho looks burnt out. And he looks tired.
Obviously, this is the first time in his life.
I think he needs to rest. He has played like 25 or 26 games.
But the thing is, he should. I agree with you. He's burnt out. He's played in consecutively. I think about 23 games consecutively, and but whom are the lads who are actually going to sit him out? His worst of Garnacho this season has been at 50%. That's been probably the worst of Garnacho this season thus far. The lad will run his lungs out. He will attempt to create chances. He will run back, you know. But Anthony has been quite very poor. He's having a stinker of a season thus far. Rashford has been a shadow of what he was last season. But, you know, knowing Manchester United, knowing Rashford, he gives us one brilliant season. The next season is terrible. Expect a high performance from Rashford next season. I can bet that on my life. He gives us one excellent season, the next season is terrible. He comes up with another excellent season, terrible season. That's just been him. It's always a season good, the next season is terrible. So you wouldn't blame the coach for shooting up Garnacho. Of course, the lad he's deserving of it. He's deserving of it. Who would sit him out on the bench?
He's rest now.
We're done at the point where we are right now, trying to make it to Europe, trying to salvage the image of the team, trying to rack up, you know, a couple of number of wins, trying to stay in games against bigger oppositions or better teams, trying to stay in the games, trying to see if we can get wins, if we could get draws, whatever, out of these games and not entirely lose all 3 points. You can't, you know, keep lads like that. And then again, he wants to be great. He has to be ready. You know, games like these are the reason why he's going to like get a big check. Games like this or seasons like this where he's able to do these things on a longer stretch, staying fit and, you know, on his worst days still performing. Come on, this is Manchester United. You know, this is Manchester United at a time where the club is in quotes trying to rebuild. Restructure everything around football. You wouldn't. There's probably an option. Look at the bench. Forcing can't sit him on the bench. Ahmad has been unfit for the better part of the season. Anthony been a shadow of himself since he's got the whole case he had with the ladies or the couple of ladies, you know, on the whole sexual issues, assault issues, and all of that has alleged. He's been a shadow of himself. I think today was just his second goal.
I wanted to like ask you a question today. Like, are you happy for Anthony?
Oh, come on, man. Come on. You know I love Anthony. You know I believe in Anthony. I so much love Anthony. I believe in Anthony. He's been having a stinker of a season. But knowing Manchester United news is always a big news for, you know, everything football here in England. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he's getting a bit of the heat from the media, from the fans, and all that. Also giving the price tag, over 80 million euros and all that. I strongly do believe that Anthony is going to get it all back. But he just needs to get in his belt a couple of decent games, decent performances. But at the time, at the point where the position rather where the club is currently sitting, we really don't have the luxury of time to, try to see accommodate players who are out of form. You have to understand, firstly, the position where the club is in terms of trying to finish, quite higher than they currently are on the Premier League table, and trying to see also like tonight, good. But then the thing is, making a case for himself. Nights like these, when you come on a sub, which every one of us would.
Well, the guy was in
agree.
tears after the game. He was in tears.
Yeah. Anthony. We all know Anthony is that passionate lad. We all know he's going to give 110%. He's scoring or not, he's going to dash through the channels. He's going to run back. He's going to kick at the opponents. He's going to fight the opponents. He's going to fight for the team. He will play wherever you want him to play, as we saw him today, also finishing the game as a defender. We know he is, in terms of the mentality, in terms of the desire, he's the kind of lad. He's been having a stinker of a season in terms of form and his output generally, on the attacking end of the pitch. But for me, I wouldn't entirely blame. I'll say still hold on to Anthony. I understand it's because of the price tag, and then again, all the whole big thing about around Manchester United. Once it's Manchester United, it's a big news. If you recall yesterday while we were talking, you rightly pointed out that Tottenham Hotspur have conceded more goals than Manchester United in the Premier League, and they just in about 4 points above Manchester United, and this is perceived their most 6 points, right? So this is perceived their very exciting season, playing some sort of exciting football and blah blah blah. But then again, they are being celebrated at the other end of North London. It's celebration, but then on this side of the north of the country, in Manchester, in the red half of Manchester, it's a stinker of a season. That begs to tell you the look. I tell you, you really need to visit Manchester United someday for you to understand it's Manchester United is almost a culture, it's almost a tribe, it's a lifestyle. Look, nobody, no coach will sit in the dugouts at the helm of affairs in Manchester United and will not take the heat. You would take the brunt of the seat. There is no time given to any coach to build the Manchester United. Once you come in, you're expected to set the ball off, get it rolling. And so for me, Anthony is decent. Keep the lad. Let's see what happens next season.
Okay, finally, how did you celebrate Ahmad's goal?
Oh, come on, man. I'll be very honest, right?
How did you celebrate his goal?
I had sort of like settled in for
penalty.
Yeah. So I had not eaten, since coming back from church earlier. So I just went on to dish my food because I'm not a big fan of penalty. I don't do well watching penalties when it's my team, that's kicking it. So I kind of was having my dinner, and then I saw the breakout the moment he intercepted the shot from was this young lad?
Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot. He intercepted it, and I saw Garnacho dashing, and I saw he and the Garnacho. But I literally, I had my food in my hand like this, and I was like, basically both my dinner and my heart was in that plate. Kind of like, I was like, oh gosh. And the moment I saw, I think it's not the most beautiful finishing. He didn't really strike the ball, but just as we say, sometimes you need some stroke of luck. Kelleher was excellent throughout the game. It would have been a strike or a kick that Kelleher would have been able to save. He had an excellent game. He made quite some exciting, saves. Even particularly, I think he made two very critical saves during the extra time, particularly in the second half of the extra time. So having the kind of game he had, that was like it's a strike that was just begging for a save. But somehow with a stroke of luck and all that, I saw the ball rolling. I'll be very honest. The moment the ball hit the post, I actually thought the ball did hit the other side of the post, and probably I didn't realize it hit the inner part of the post, and then it was able to get what is it called, an assistance, so to say, from the upright. And goodness me, I was like, wow. I love it when Liverpool is in tears. There is this passion I have to see Liverpool in tears. I saw Klopp was lost. ETH was also dumbfounded. Eric Ten Hag, he didn't know which way to go on. He didn't believe it. He was starstruck. He stood this way and he was staring on the pitch. And I was like, nights like these are the reason why we love football. Nights like these are the reason why, we roar at Old Trafford. Nights like these are the reason why we look towards the Stretford end and we say, run, dash, kick. Oh, come on, man. Look, everything Manchester United, look, this was like probably maybe the best night in the last 10 years. I don't know. Maybe I could equate it to winning the Europa League under Jose Mourinho. But then, in a very very long time, it's been a long time since we last saw players of Manchester United digging this deep. And then again, it took the effort of the fringe players. The lads who we are getting. Eriksen was brilliant. I'll be very honest. I didn't even know where Eriksen got the strength today. I'm not big on Eriksen right from when he was coming in. Excellent lad, no doubt. He's been an excellent player through his, he's playing in his more youthful years and all of that. I was not really big on, having Eriksen in Manchester United, but I give it to him today. The times he was on the pitch, he was brilliant. He did his best. He tracked back. He ran. Ran his boots off. Ahmad, God bless his soul. Anthony, oh, excellent. Diogo Dalot, probably the most improved Manchester United player all season long. Lad has been fit and consistent. Man has always had a better game and a better game and a better game. Mind you, he has been up against some of the best attacking wingers in the Premier League this season, and he has almost at all times come off best. And today, Maguire came in all guns blazing. Lad was heading out everything on the air. He was kicking. He was assisting. I think he almost assisted a goal, rather. He almost even scored a goal. Look, it took these lads. It begs to show the kind of spirit that these lads are having. And also, it can end for everybody who is actually watching, who cares to pay attention. It tells you that what the media is being reporting for the last couple of months have actually not been entirely true. It's not a case of the players not wanting to play for the coach or the players not wanting to play for Manchester United. I just think it's a case of the entire franchise. I'm talking of the entire, Manchester United as an organization being at a particular position, and then you could see players who really want to win, who wanted to play for the coach, who wanted to play for the fans, who wanted to play for pride. You could see that hard for him tonight also. Rashi had that period of 10-15 minutes where he was like he had his shoulders sagging. He kind of like threw in the towel, but somehow he was able to get a spark again. Kudos to Rashford. Kudos to Bruno. We all know that Bruno sometimes lets his emotion get a bit off him, but he's been excellent since arriving Manchester United. He's been probably maybe the most consistent player we've had in the last couple of years. Kudos to him tonight. He led from the front when he was whatever was required of him. He dished it out today. Kudos also to Varane today. I think Varane and Lindelof. I think they had a brilliant game overall.
They all did well. They all did well today.
Yeah. Kudos to them. Kudos to the entire team, and to the lads whom probably don't get celebrated quite often, who are the members of the coaching crew. I'm talking of the assistant coach and all the analysts and all of that. I think they did an excellent game, an excellent job rather analyzing the game, while the game was ongoing. Because today, in a very long time, I'm big on criticizing Erik ten Hag's substitutions. Sometimes I think they are not well thought out because he quite never really gets it right in substitution. But then today, he threw everything he had, came out, guns are blazing, and then he was able to get the result, and I'm happy. Bring on the finals!
All right, now.
Manchester United.
Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I really hope probably the next episode. I don't know what your schedule is like tomorrow. I want to be up against the Liverpool fan. I want to see them.
I'll look for a Liverpool fan connect to you guys. Don't worry.
Oh, that's fine, man. That's fine, man. That's
All right,
fine.
now,
It's
thank you very
nice
much.
being on the show once again. Thank you for having me as always, man. Enjoy your evening. Go and celebrate. Oh, it's also what a way to break your fast. All right, man. Good night, man.
All right, good night.
Cheers, mate.